If your female cat sleeps with you, this is not something common, and it is definitely not just affection. Female cats do not choose just anyone to share sleep with. They are selective, observant, and extremely sensitive to their environment. Sleeping is the most vulnerable moment of the day for a feline, and when she decides to do it by your side, something very deep is happening. The way she positions herself, the moment she comes closer, and even the days she chooses to sleep pressed against you say much more than most owners imagine. In her mind, this behavior activates instincts linked to safety, territory, emotional bonding, and even protection. And the most curious part is that many people interpret this gesture completely wrong. Throughout this video, you will understand what is really going on inside your female cat's head when she sleeps with you. And each reason reveals a different level of emotional connection. But pay close attention to number 7, because that is where the relationship turns upside down. That is where you discover that maybe she's not sleeping with you to feel protected, but rather because she feels that it is you who needs protection while sleeping. After that, you will never look at this habit the same way again. Number 1. Sleeping with you is not affection. Many people think that when a female cat sleeps with you, this is just affection or simple emotional attachment. But in feline behavior, this goes far beyond that. Female cats are naturally more cautious and more controlling of their own space than males. They do not put themselves into vulnerable situations just because they like someone. Sleeping involves shutting down the senses for several minutes or even hours. And that, for a feline, is a real risk. When your female cat chooses to sleep with you, she is not just seeking affection. She is making a complete reading of the environment and reaching a very specific conclusion. This is safe enough for me to let my guard down. From a scientific point of view, during sleep, the cat's brain enters deep phases where the response to stimuli decreases. This means she would not react quickly to danger. That is why the resting place needs to transmit absolute safety, and that is where you come in. By sleeping with you, your female cat is saying that she trusts your presence more than any other spot in the house. More than beds, boxes, or high places, your body becomes an extension of her safe environment. This is not impulsive affection. It is a conscious choice based on predictability, routine, and a sense of protection. That is why many female cats that sleep with their owner do not accept the same level of contact while awake, and they are not being contradictory. The truth is that they simply express themselves better at the moment when they feel less observed and more protected. So when your female cat sleeps with you, it is not only because of love, but because of trust at the highest level a cat can offer. Number 2, the smell of your body regulates her stress. Smell is the most powerful sense for a cat, being far more important than sight or even hearing. The feline brain uses scent to decide whether something is safe, dangerous, familiar, or unpredictable, and that includes people. When your female cat sleeps with you, she is not just seeking warmth. In fact, she is exposing herself directly to your natural scent, and this has a direct effect on her nervous system. Animal behavior studies show that familiar odors reduce the activation of the amygdala, which is the region linked to fear and the state of alert. And the right scent literally calms the cat's brain. When your female cat rests her head on your chest, sleeps on your pillow, or curls up on your arm, she is using your scent as an emotional regulator. Your body becomes a point of chemical balance for her. This explains something that many owners find strange. More anxious female cats tend to sleep closer to humans than calm female cats. It is not dependency, it is a form of emotional self-regulation. Your scent tells her brain that everything is under control, that the environment is predictable, and that there is no immediate threat. During sleep, her body releases hormones linked to recovery and well-being, and when this happens near a safe scent, the brain creates a strong association. Sleeping with you starts to mean deep relaxation. That is why when you travel or change your routine, many female cats start sleeping on your clothes or on your side of the bed even when you are not there. They are trying to recreate this state of emotional balance. To your female cat, you are not just company, you are the point that calms her. Number 3, she trusts you during the most vulnerable moment of the day. Sleeping is a state of greatest vulnerability for any cat, and in nature, a sleeping feline is a defenseless feline because in that moment, the muscles relax, reflexes decrease, and reaction capacity drops drastically. That is why cats are extremely selective about who they sleep with and where they sleep, especially females. When your female cat chooses to sleep with you, she is making a very clear decision at an instinctive level, the decision to let her guard down. During deep sleep, the feline brain shuts down part of its vigilance systems. This only happens when the environment is perceived as completely safe. You move in a predictable way, breathe in a steady manner, and emit familiar sounds. Her brain learns this over time and starts using you as a reference of stability. That is why many female cats sleep pressed against specific parts of the body, such as the chest, back, and belly. These areas have rhythmic movement, breathing, and heartbeat. This rhythm helps her brain maintain deep sleep without entering a state of alert. It is almost like a biological marker of safety. And this is exactly where a detail comes in that few cat owners notice. If she sleeps with you, even when she could choose another place that is warmer, higher, or more isolated, it means that she is telling her own brain that you are the safest human in the house. And this type of trust cannot be taught. It only happens when your female cat truly feels that you do not represent threat or physical or emotional unpredictability. Sleeping with you at this level is a silent vote of absolute trust. Number 4. She is reinforcing her emotional territory. Many people think that territory for cats is just physical space, like sofas, the bed, windows, or hiding spots. But for your female cat, the most important territory is emotional. And when she sleeps with you, she is not just choosing comfort, she is creating an extension of her territory in you. Female cats use the body as a form of silent marking through warmth, scent exchange, and prolonged contact. While sleeping, she releases natural pheromones through the glands of the face and body. These pheromones are not only used to mark objects, they are used to create a sense of belonging. When she rubs against you before sleeping, fits herself against you, or even changes position to maintain contact, she is reinforcing an internal message. She is saying that you are part of her safe territory. The feline brain does not fully separate space and bonding, and for her, whoever is part of the territory is also part of emotional stability. That is why many female cats become calmer after sleeping with their owner. They become less reactive, more predictable, and even more confident during the day. Sleeping with you helps reduce the feeling of environmental fragmentation, especially in homes with noise, visitors, or other animals. You become a fixed point on her emotional map, something constant amid the variations of the day. And the most important detail is that when a female cat reinforces emotional territory, she is not being possessive. In fact, she is seeking balance. She is telling her own nervous system that with you she feels safe and that she belongs. And when this bond forms, her behavior changes in a subtle way. You begin to feel more presence, more closeness, and more silent connection. Number 5, she is creating a maternal bond. This is one of the most misunderstood points when talking about female cats sleeping with humans. When a female cat chooses to sleep with you consistently, her brain may activate patterns very similar to a maternal bond. And this has nothing to do with seeing you as a literal kitten. It has to do with the type of attachment she develops. Female cats are naturally more sensitive to the emotional stability of the environment. When they identify someone as predictable, calm, and safe, the limbic system enters a state similar to the one used in maternal care. During sleep, this bond deepens due to prolonged contact, and all of this resembles the period when she slept with her mother or with her own litter. And it is in this state that the brain releases oxytocin, the hormone linked to bonding, trust, and a sense of belonging. That is why many female cats sleep pressed in a protective way, on the side of the body, close to the chest, or positioned in a way that allows them to perceive any movement you make. It is not dependency, it is a form of connection. This type of bond helps the female cat maintain emotional balance, especially in unpredictable environments. Sudden changes in routine, noise, and absences. You become a silent emotional anchor, and the more secure she feels in this bond, the more confident she becomes during the day. Less fear, less tension, and even fewer defensive behaviors. Sleeping with you is not just physical comfort. In fact, it is a deep form of emotional bonding based on natural patterns of the feline brain. Number 7. She feels that she needs to protect you while you sleep. This is the point that almost no one imagines, because many people think that when a female cat sleeps with you, she is only seeking protection. But in some cases, exactly the opposite happens. Female cats maintain a very active vigilance instinct, and even while sleeping, they move in and out of light, alert states with ease. In other words, your female cat's brain never completely shuts down. When she chooses to sleep pressed against you or in strategic positions such as near your chest, your head, or at your feet, she is not there by chance. In fact, she is monitoring you. Your scent, your breathing, and even your movements during sleep create a predictable pattern for her. And when this pattern changes, the feline brain interprets it as something that deserves attention. Research in animal behavior shows that cats develop attachment bonds where care is not one-sided. They also take on an active role in the relationship. In female cats, this is even stronger because of maternal behavior. The same brain circuitry used to protect kittens can be activated with humans who have a high emotional bond. Sleeping with you allows her to remain at a heightened point of awareness while you are vulnerable. It is a silent form of vigilance. That is why some female cats react to noises before you wake up, change position during the night, or lift their head whenever something deviates from the norm. In her logic, you form a unit, and when you sleep, that unit needs to be protected. It is not possession, it is not dependency, it is a deep bond. And when you understand this, you realize that sharing sleep with a female cat is not just about comfort. It is about mutual trust at its most primitive level. Does your female cat sleep with you every day or only at specific moments? Tell us in the comments how she sleeps with you.